I've been going through some of my old knives today. I did a pretty cool knife video before, and I found this one also. I've had it wrapped up for a little while, and I always thought it was pretty cool. Obviously, pretty old, even the leather, which this is a custom. Well, we're going to take a look at it in a second. The leather's obviously, the sheath is obviously custom. You can see the rivets in it that the person made, and the leather's so old, and it smells like an oily rag. So let's see, and it's small. It's a miniature knife. It's about the size of a little bigger than a Sharpie. I'll keep that there for size reference. And look, the the glue is actually, that's how long this thing's been. I have to put a different piece of tape or put it inside a bag afterwards. Probably got some glue on it. All right, so I never did any research on this knife until today, and it looks old. You know, it doesn't look like anything from the past, I don't know, 40 years, 50 years. I wasn't sure if this was plastic, resin. Here, just to give you a little bit of a, I'm gonna zoom in for a minute. Obviously, well, not obviously, but it seems handmade. You can see the little bit of glue from the painter's tape. That'll come off easily. I've seen this called band, and I've seen it called stacked. Now, with the stacked, typically what you see are the leather handles, the old vintage Bowie knives, that they have the leather stacked handles. They're super awesome. I love them. They're cool as heck. Let me see if I have a put a little flashlight around this thing. Just let me go down to one. So that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if the end, you know, the rod going through the handle, I don't know if it's rusted or what. You would think that it would be sealed in there and it wouldn't rust. This is kind of like I've seen them refer to this small knives like this is, and thin, like, you know, daggers or pig stickers. The one, so I couldn't remember what the term they use for this clear handle. You might know, and you might have already figured it out up to this point. But it's called Lucite, Lucite, Lucite. And I have an example up on the screen. I'll show it to you. And all of the examples I see, they all say the same thing, which is World War II theater knife. So, interestingly enough, and there really is something World War II-ish about this whole motif going on there. So World War II is in what, the 30s, 40s. That seems I could believe that. I could believe that. The style anyway is definitely from there, and this looks about similar to the ones that I just looked at on eBay. Super dull. Very, very dull, which I don't know, for some reason I kind of like it. I like that quality about it. You know what I mean? Like it has, like the blade hasn't been, uh, for something this old, you would think that it would have been sharpened to death. But this almost seems, I don't want to say unused, but let me see if I could. There you go. I'm gonna say like pretty close to to the size and shape as it was originally intended, and not. Look at that. I mean, whoever made this knife, even though the blade seems kind of crude, but there's definitely some kind of, I don't know, there's like a primitive art kind of uh, technique application where there's definite knowledge. It has this, looks like a you know, when you hit the end to make it stay in. It's just, there's something really, really simplistic and primitive about this knife, and I'm willing to bet anything that this is the original sheath for this knife, which, like I said, the whole primitive aspect, handmade aspect to this, I think is really part of its beauty. Well, let me know in the comments what you think, okay? Thank you. I enjoyed making this video, and I'll see you on the next one.